training with the industry. This event positioned KATIC as a hub for agricultural academia linkage. Looking ahead, as an organization, we plan to onboard all students who are doing agriculture in Kenya to the organization. We plan to conduct capacity building initiatives for youth and women in agriculture. And we plan to host an annual event which we have planned it in September called Kilimo Festival and Conference, and it will be happening in Morana University of Technology. We also plan to partner with institutions to promote climate smart kitchen gardens to enhance food security within institutions of higher learning. Your Excellency, we are proud Dr. Bimar Kantaria for the brilliant idea of establishing this center and for recognizing youth that are the true drivers of change in agriculture. As CASA, we are ready to work with KATIC, government, and all stakeholders to connect youth, innovation, and industry to transform agriculture in Kenya. Thank you.
With your permission, we have embassies, and because of time, we would want to recognize you. The Embassy of Korea represented here with the ambassador present. Kindly stand and wave. We have the Embassy of China represented. Kindly, those representing the France is also represented. Switzerland, Hungary, India, European Union. Have I left anyone out? Any other member of the diplomatic corps present, kindly stand and wave. Great. The rest of us are Kenyans. Karibuni sana, and thank you for being here and joining us in this event. Your Excellency will now hear other brief remarks. At this point, I would like to invite the Managing Director, Elgon Kenya Limited, Dr. Bimal Kantaria, to take the stage. Let's give him a round of applause kindly as he takes the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot imagine, madam, the view I am seeing here. It makes me so proud of so many of our friends and relatives and colleagues who are here today. And it's a full house, so thank you very much, all of you, for taking the time out this morning to be with us on this very special day when we welcome the First Lady to KATIC. Of course, madam, you are not only the First Lady of this country, but you are our mother. You're the mother of the nation, and for that, Madam Ruto, we are very, very grateful and honored that you have graced us with your presence this morning. Madam, you won't believe that you don't know this connection between you and I, but you're also my mom. And I'll tell you why your mom. Your daughter Charlene is my sister. Therefore, you and I are connected, madam, whether you like it or not. I'm your son. We of course have got C.S. Salim is here from youth. C.S. has been a good friend of mine for a long time. B.S. Esther, B.S. Rono, all of them have been very supportive of private industry, very supportive of what we're trying to achieve here today. So I want to welcome the three of you from government. We've already introduced members of the diplomatic corps. We thank you very much, all of you, for coming. All our friends are here and supporting us. And a number of you are here for the groundbreaking, which we did exactly a year and a half ago when the Prime Cabinet Secretary did the groundbreaking. So thank you very much indeed for supporting us. Professor Chacha, of course, Chairman of the University Council. I think this must be your very first official function, and for that we are grateful, Professor Chacha. And we want to welcome you and wish you much success in your new position. We of course have many members of the academic team here, the Dean of very many faculties, but my friend from Dean of Agriculture, who is technically my boss, is here. Wanenigutu, thank you very much indeed for coming, sir. Thank you for hosting us this morning. Number of captains of industry here, a lot of my friends and relatives are here, and for all of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for gracing us with your presence. Madam, with your permission, I wanted to introduce some very special people in my own life, if you don't mind. Just very briefly, I wanted to introduce, if members of my family could just stand up. My mom, my family, can you please stand up? I want Madam to see who you all are. I will quickly introduce them one by one. My mom is Kantaria. Wave, Mom, please, because you are the chairman of my life and my family. My wife, Harold, who's also my boss, really. The chairman of Prime Bank and our chairman of our family, Rasik Kantaria. Thank you very much indeed for coming. We have my aunt from Shobu Kantaria is there. Shobu Didi, wave. We have Ramesh Kantaria all the way from London who's joined us today. Suresh Kantaria, who's at the back. Suresh bhai, just wave. Thank you. And then immediately my brother and my sister Beju and Lena. Madam, why Beju is important is we have a rule in my family. He makes the money and I spend the money. So it's very important that he's here. Thank you. He signs the checks. Our children, Pranay, Shreya, Kush, welcome guys, all our 5th generation. I saw Amar here and Ishan, but Amar and Ishan have gone. So again, very important members of my family. And I'll explain to you why they're important. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Madam, some of you asked us, what is the reason for us spending 80 million shillings of money in this center? And there's 2 particular reasons for it, ma'am. Let me first give you a little bit of introduction to our family. We came to Kenya in 1898, 125 years ago. I am the 4th generation in my business, and you can see some of our youngsters are the 5th. We're running the same company that our great-grandfather started, all the way in Tigoni. We were in Escarpment, then we moved to Tigoni, and we still have a house in Tigoni. So all of these 125 years, P.S. before even you were born, we were here. I was telling His Excellency during Diwali, during State House, I have no other house, I have no other home to call but Kenya. I'm not going anywhere, whether anybody likes it or not, my family is here permanently. And Kenya is my country. My father, who we have named the building after, was born in 1940 in Tigoni. He was a great philanthropist. He did a lot of projects in this country. With association with Rasik Kantaria, they built Jalaram Medical, lots of schools, MP Shah Hospital. If you go around the country, a number of institutions are named after our family. And it was one of the tenets of our great-grandfather that whatever money you earn in your country, you must donate a bit of it back to the nation. So one of the reasons for donating this building was, of course, to say, this is our contribution as a family to the country. This is our legacy for our father. We miss him a lot, obviously. He passed away 3 years ago, and it's not a day that I don't think of my father and the work he's done and the legacy he left. So I think this will be a really nice memory, and my brother and my sister all thought this would be a great way of remembering him and the great work he did for our nation. He was an interesting person. He died when he was 78, 79 years old, but he did so much for this country, ma'am. He contributed a lot to the economy. He built businesses, and between all members of my uncles and or my aunts, they've established themselves well in this country. We've employing at Elgin 1,000 people. Between our families, we must be employing several thousand people in this country, between all our businesses that we have. And the beauty is, ma'am, even though we're 4th and 5th generation, we all sit on the same table and have lunch together every day. Imagine, all of these long history, long families, we still are very, very close, all of us, despite having so many years apart. As I mentioned, Elgin, Kenya is the largest agro-inputs company. We employ close to 1,000 people in Nairobi. And we do a lot of work with PS Rono, as you know. We do the National Farmers Award that His Excellency is a patron of, and every year he gives out the trophies for the National Farmers Award. We do it with PS, a lot of work with the 4K clubs. In fact, ma'am, Charlene and I opened a new 4K club at the Nyanjenga Primary School in Tigoni a couple of weeks ago, where we did a kitchen garden. The Nyanjenga Primary School in Tigoni is an interesting project, because 40 years, primary school in Tigoni is an interesting project, because 40 years, and when Charlene and I were there, now anybody in the school, including the teachers, will be provided free lunch, 3-course meal, very, very nutritious, and for that I think we're very happy and humbled to be part of that project. Ma'am, we also did a medical school, JP Mandalia, but ma'am, it's a process of the, we raised 2 billion shillings to put a hospital up in Westlands, just for the less well off. The latest equipment and you there, but it's a contribution again from my community, from the Indian community to the nation. And again, ma'am, if you're free, we'd love to take you there, the Jallara Medical Hospital. So the question again is, why did we build this center? Of course, one is in memory of our late father, but secondly, what we did realize as Elgin is the Nairobi University students are extremely bright kids. When you talk to them, when you listen, I'm sure the students will agree with me when I say, students in this country are very, very bright. The problem is you're all book smart, you're not street smart. With no disrespect, I know some of you love the streets, but I'll tell you, do you get the pun? You do, right? I'll tell you why that is the case. When you come to get an interview or come to my office for an interview and I tell you, what's the way of making, how do you lima ground? You'll all tell me bookcase stuff. But when I ask you what is the latest technology out there, what is the latest chemicals, fertilizers, some of you may not know the answers. Telling the Vice Chancellor, we need to make you street smart. We need to bring private sector, academia to teach you or to partner with you, to show you what is the latest in this country, what is happening in life. So when you go for a job, you know what is happening on the ground. Secondly, a lot of you are very smart business people, but you don't have the skills to go and market yourselves, how to do selling and buying. So the second goal of this thing is to make entrepreneurs out of a lot of the youth. You all have brilliant ideas, and you want to start your own businesses, you want to be employers. So the idea is to have courses here for entrepreneurial, to get you seed capital, give you seed funding, so that when you have a good idea, you come here and we will help you set up your businesses here as well. And I know a number of you are in that space of seed capital. To give you 2 examples of what we've already done, some of you have seen the drone that was demonstrated outside. Astral Aviation has agreed to partner with Katik to set up the very own school at Katik. So if anybody wants to be a drone pilot, yes. And I want to see Sanjeev is here. Sanjeev Gadde is the trustee, is a director of the company in Kush. So they've agreed to partner with us to set up the drone. We also have a company called Genta, with companies already partnered. I know Sandeep is here from the finance industry. Sandeep, this is one of the things that you have to look at as well. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. I'm really, really proud of what we're trying to start off today. And of course, we cannot have done it without the blessings of Madam Ruto. Madam, thank you very much indeed for coming, for gracing us with your presence. Really, it's wonderful to see you. I was telling my family that you're such a humble person. For you to come all the way here to listen to all of us, we are very touched. And we know why you are the mother of the nation, as well as my mom. Thank you very much, ma'am. We want to, of course, thank the university chairman. Chacha, you're here. I know the chancellor and vice chancellor have sent their apologies, and you're representing some. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much, all the deans of agriculture and all the other, academic staff from the university, and the previous VCs in the house as well. Thank you very much, all of you. Ma'am, with your permission, I ask 2 people to stand up. One is Nelson Minor and one is Mit Gutka. If they're in the house, I want them to stand up quickly, because they're the ones, those two gentlemen, who've actually been the architects of this building. They're the ones who started it. Nelson works harder than me at Elgin in trying to make sure everything is in place. Well done to both of you gentlemen. Thank you for your help. The staff of Elgin, I know there's lots of staff. Can you quickly stand up to be recognized? I want all the team from Elgin to stand up. Everybody from Elgin there, all of you guys there, well done. Thank you very much indeed. The people who actually built the building, David Beglin is here, Nanjiba is here, and all the contractors. Can you please also stand up, David and Nanji, please stand up, and all your team, the contractors and the whole team. The building was built under budget and on schedule. So thank you very much indeed to everybody. Well done to all of you. Ma'am, with your permission, I'm going to do
Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, my Rachel Ruto, my Katik chairperson, and I still remember a lot. Whether it is Florida, we are going to be here very actively, Your Excellency, for them to be able to tell us this floriculture, I don't know what culture, and then we link our students, Your Excellency, with all those cultures, so that by the time they graduate, they are well and fully trained to be able to take care of all those cultures. We are at the University of Nairobi, Your Excellency. But I want to tell you that one of the reasons I have held the hand of the man sitting next to you very actively is because I know he is going to help me to link all my colleges and all my students to all those cultures that I am talking about. And it is his business as well to interpret for me these cultures, because he is the one who knows them, I do not. But I have the students, I have the colleges, the students and the trainers, but he has got the thin lines in which we need to train. Therefore, Your Excellency, because we are determined as government to train our students with an end in mind, we need to work very closely with the private sector, one of which is this one, so that we are able to understand to what end are we training our young people. It is no longer the business of this government to just train students to graduate. Our business is to train them with an end in mind. And therefore, all these cultures that I am talking about, we are going to identify them and be able to pragmatically train our students with them, so that by the time they graduate, they are well requisite for the industry. And therefore, the Kantarias, thank you very much. I don't think it is your brother who signs the checks. From our first conversation here, I think it was your mother. And as long as it is the women who are taking care of the money, it is going to stay. So please, Mom, continue taking care of the money. Even if your son signs, make sure that it is you who is taking care of the money. And really, the other thing I learned, Your Excellency, when we first came here, is the benefit, the absolute benefit of the philanthropy that we should all think about as we move on. The Bible says it is in giving that you receive. And really, such people go far. I know about the Kantaria ward at the Bisha Hospital. It is quite something, and I think that in the hospital you have done a ward, and really this kind of philanthropy will see your family go far. You are talking about the 5th generation, but really the Lord shall keep you to the 100th generation so that you keep doing such things for you. Thank you very much. In closing, Your Excellency, I want to invite all the industry stakeholders, both present here and elsewhere, now with the Institute in industry training. In training, University of Nairobi and myself, I no longer think we should be talking about internships and attachments, but really the words should be training with industry. Because it is not a matter of having a touch and go mentality for our young people, it is actually culturing them in the industry while training, so that even by the time they are out of training, they are well grounded in the industry in which they must move to. So I want to encourage students to embrace agriculture, because not just as a career, but as a driver to the national transformation that as government we are talking about. I want to reaffirm the State Department's commitment and recommitment to supporting this institution through policy, partnership, resources, and absolute training of our young people. With those many remarks, kindly, Your Excellency, allow me to invite my colleague, Rono from Agriculture, to make a few remarks, and may the Lord bless you.
All right, Your Excellency, First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, who is our guest today, the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sport, Honorable Salim Voria, my colleague, PS Dr. Moria, who has just talked, the big team of Kantaria family, who has made this day a great day, the University of Nairobi fraternity, led by Professor Chacha, who is here, the team from the Diplomatic Corps, the Private Sector Alliance who are here, the University of Nairobi comrades. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, it is good to declare that I'm a student of University of Nairobi. I'm an old student here, and I was here, and I'm still here. So it is good to say, comrade power. First Lady, I come also with apologies from our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Senator Mutai Kakwe, who would have liked to be here and he sent a message of appreciation for the continuous support you have given to the ministry, the revolutionary programs you are running, Excellency, within your institution under Mama Doing Good, like the Mama Kitchen Garden, the 4K Club, and this other engagement has really made us great as a ministry because we are seeing results now on the ground. So he said next time he would like to be in your function. I know today he was engaged in another big function somewhere, but he sent his apologies. Next, Your Excellency, I would like to really thank the Kantaria family. Daktari Abimal, for the great work you are doing, even beyond here. I know you said many times, we fight, but we talk, but the fighting has real results. As a matter of fact, he is also the chair of ASNET, which is the Agricultural Sector Network, which during the time when we were working on the fertilizer issues, we fought and put things in order, and that is why you can see Pamba harvest across the country because of the support your team gave us on fertilizer and seed and good rain. I want to appreciate that beyond this engagement of the Innovation Center, which today we are awarded. So ladies and gentlemen, I know that investing in agriculture, bringing in the youth and women in agriculture, and having such centers, the one we have seen today, will really transform this country in a bigger way. First Lady, what I have seen today, it is our old classroom. I've really learned a lot on what is outside our offices and what the industry can do and what academia can do. And if we join hands and collaborate together, I have no doubt that such innovation will take Kenya to a greater height. It is a state-of-the-art innovation. We have also seen the drones which we have been using, especially in controlling of some pests. And also going forward, we are looking at distribution of some of the chemicals. That is the way to go. The issue of mechanization and the equipment we have seen here tell us that we have a future in this innovation. And this innovation center, Your Excellency, as a Ministry of Agriculture, we want to assure you that we'll hold hands with the University of Nairobi and other academic institutions so that we can take such innovation to great height. I want also the University of Nairobi, please lead other universities. You bring research into the industry because we have had problems of many research are in the shelves. Innovation centers like this, they start and then they disappear. Please lead the rest of the universities. Let us take innovation to the industry. The people, please let us have a handshake, and as a ministry we will also assist one another so that this innovation, Your Excellency, is taken to the next level because it is great innovation. I know you say the university, sometimes students are in a box, a lot of academics, but they are also streetwise. I was also in this university, and you see I'm a streetwise. So sio ni ukweli, comrade? So I used to say corporate power, but I learned the power to innovation. And you as students of the University of Nairobi and other universities, you are this generation. And we are really depending on you to take Kenya into the next level. I want also to request that I've heard about attachment. I know PS Moria, you talk about culture. There are so many terminologies in agriculture. Beyond culture. But I know we will have a serious engagement with the Ministry of Education and our PS and the other PS, so that we have a structured program, not only to attach these young people to the sector, but also to take them through the practical work which is in agriculture, so that as they come out of the university, they are practically oriented and they assist our farmers, so that even the age bracket of our farmers, which is now the average is 60 years, can come down to around 30 years because of these young people. Young people, the future, your future is bright and brighter. And this government is a streetwise government. Street smart. We have a street smart government. And that is why you see ideas are not only mentioned and discussed in the boardroom, but they are implemented on the ground. With you, with academia, young people, professors, and the team from the private sector, the donor community. I believe if we engage, agriculture is the base and it's the foundation, and we depend on it, and the growth of every economy, before they go to industrialization, they start with basic. Your stomach must be full in the morning, during line time, before you sleep, so that you can think and do something else. That is why food security, which is at the center of this administration, has been positioned not by judges, but by design, because we must address matters to do with food security. With those few remarks, First Lady, I want to assure you that we'll support this engagement and we'll take this innovation to the next level, so that in future we can say we did it. I want to appreciate your office, your CEO, and the list. Sometime when we are silent, they normally tell us, where are you? Your office for the practical dynamic engagement. They are also pushing us as a ministry. Otherwise, as a day son.
Thank you very much, PS Rono, for those good remarks. You are also one of the people who are going to help me to cut down the cutters, so that I can train to level together with my friends here. So that's being done. Allow me now, Your Excellency, to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Honorable Salim Moria, to come and make his remarks, and invite you, Your Excellency, to speak.
Thank you very much, Pierre. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic. Mal, who is Elgon, Kenya, and your family. Professor Nyaigoti Chacha, who was my teacher and mentor. The ambassadors here, excellencies and members of the diplomatic corps, our the PS in charge of Tibet, the PS also in charge of agriculture, our student leaders, Mr. Patrick Owino, who is the Nairobi Council of Governors Chair, and our incoming Dr. Wasike, who is the SG and also the leader of the Kenya Agriculture Students Association. Students here present, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Power. Comrades, power. You see, you taught us a number of days I forgot, but I think it's because they have been in the political arena. You know, one time we used to say, Tibim. Your Excellency, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, today is it is an occasion where the family of Kantaria have brought us here together, and the leadership of the University of Nairobi. And we're here because this center, which we have just seen, and Your Excellency, you have opened, is very critical. And it is also going to help us in making sure that we inspire the youth in innovation and technology. Your Excellency, the government of Kenya has given priority to food security program, and His Excellency the President is on the forefront to ensure that Kenya becomes food secure. However, in that journey, we find less participation of young people. And therefore, going forward, if we don't become innovative, then agriculture progress is threatened. The traditional agricultural ways of doing things are not attractive to young people. And being the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, I want to confirm that the youth of our country are energetic, they are very progressive, and they have great potential. However, going forward, we need to create an enabling environment for their participation in agricultural programs. And therefore, this center and the exhibitions that we have seen is actually the step in the right direction, because we have seen a lot of smart solutions using the drone and many other technologies that we should now bring on board in the agricultural sector, so that we can bring on board the 15 million young. And therefore, what I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are on the right trajectory, because looking at what the exhibitions have been presented to us, we also augment this with what the government is doing. The government of Kenya has rolled out a number of other initiatives that are opportunities for the young people of our country. For example, His Excellency the President has initiated the county aggregation and industrial parks, which are also very clear route for rural industrialization and technology transfer. And therefore, the working between the private sector, the NGOs, the academia and government will be able to provide a further inspiration to the youth of our country to participate in agriculture. And therefore, I don't want to add another culture. But what I want to say is that apart from the food, cash crop and food crops technologies, we also have the blue economy, which has also provided a new era of opportunity. And therefore, the government is rolling Kabonyo Center for Aquaculture, which is going to be the center of excellence in East Africa, again rolling out technologies for those who will be interested in matters blue economy. So what I want to say to the youth of our country, we have already recognized you as a great people, as the present and the future transformation engines of our country. What therefore we need is to work together to ensure that all these innovations, all these technologies, all these opportunities are properly processed, they are properly disseminated and properly connected to the young people of our country. Already The government is also rolling out mentorship programs, internship programs, and therefore the private sector and our stakeholders have a good platform to ensure that we entice and inspire our young people on matters agriculture. I also want to recognize the efforts by the international development partners. They have been very critical in ensuring that they support government. They partner with institutions to also bring on board other critical areas of engagement that use technology, and that is how we should be moving forward. So I think what I want to say here, the youth population has an opportunity. The youth population is not well represented in traditional agriculture, but we have an opportunity as we use technology. The e-vouchers in distribution of agriculture will continue to provide space for smart solutions, for creativity of our young people, so that the agriculture that we are doing today is enhanced with technology transfer, is enhanced also with a number of other skills that we now see in AI to create our solutions to many of the things that we now find as challenging. And therefore, for us as a youth ministry, we will continue to coordinate, we will continue to mentor, we will continue to inspire our young people to make the right connections with opportunities. If you look at the education sector, for example, His Excellency the President has been very deliberate in investing and budgeting, for the highest budget since Kenya got its independence. We have never had a 650 billion budget in the education sector, and therefore it is our opportunity to make sure that we harness all these opportunities and support our young people to be able to succeed. And finally, Your Excellency, what I want to say is that the young people of our country, they have the dream, they have the potential. And from what we have heard from the student leaders, from the exhibitors there, we have very good progressive young people. However, we find also in other situations where also few people want to use the youth of our country to destroy their careers. It will never be possible for the youth of our country to make progress in a country where people would like to incite violence, where others would like to incite divisions, where others would like to incite lawlessness. We can only thrive. Youth can only realize their potential and their dream in an environment of peace, in an environment of unity, in an environment where the governance and the rule of law is the norm of the day. I am a good example. I met Professor Nyaigoti in the 90s, when I was very young. And from there on, he has been holding me. He has mentored me. And I'm sure standing here before this congregation, he must be the happiest person. Because I know that this success could not have been possible without your intervention. And I'm sure there are many more. So the youth of our country, you have a great future. You have an open check to your careers. But let us pursue our dreams in an environment of peaceful coexistence. Do not allow a few people who have already had their careers, some have arrived at their destination, to ruin your career. Most of us are retired youth. We were youths one day, and many of the people sitting here, the PSS, are retired youth, and many others I see on this side. So that means that the youth age, the youth bracket is transitory. You need to use it now. You need to make sure that as you have the opportunities that you can use. I'm sure you are aware that my PS Youth Affairs is 29 and he sits in government decision making. That is the commitment. That is the level of commitment from His Excellency the President to ensure that young people can realize their potential. And therefore I want to stop here, Your Excellency, because this is your day. And I want to thank you. You are a role model. You have inspired many. You keep inspiring many people. And your humility also in gracing this occasion is a demonstration of your commitment to ensure that you provide support to women and youth of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, at that juncture, I would like you to rise up as I invite Her Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Rachel Ruto, to make her remarks. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. We may be seated. Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Youth, Creative Economy and Principal Secretary is present. Member of Diplomatic, Mr. Kantaria, Managing Director, Elgon and their family. Professor Chacha Nyaigoti, Council Chairman, University of Nairobi. The University of Nairobi Fraternity, led by Elisha Wasike, the Students Association. Women present, distinguished guests, gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Standing here among farmers, innovators of Kenya, agriculture has fed, anchored our economy and defined our way of life for generations. Warm greetings from His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya. The President's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, BETTER, focuses on transforming agriculture to improve livelihoods, food security, and the overall economy. The President believes that when we equip our farmers with the best tools, knowledge, and technology, we secure not just our harvest, but our nation's future. Today we gather to open the Kantaria Agricultural Technology and Innovation Center, KATIC, a bold, visionary space born from the collaboration between the University of Nairobi and Elgon Kenya Limited. This center is a seed of transformation, blending the wisdom of academia, the drive of enterprise, and the aspirations of a nation ready to reimagine agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, KATIC is our answer. Where knowledge meets the soil, where farmers test solutions, and where youth are empowered to turn ideas into lucrative ventures. Through training, internships, and incubation programs, KATIC will open new pathways for prosperity, productivity, and entrepreneurship. What truly sets KATIC is its hub and spoke model. The hub, anchored here at the university, will drive research and innovation. The spokes across TVET's institutions, Ministry of Agriculture centers, and platforms will take those ideas to farmers, schools, and local markets. As a mother in this nation, I continuously advocate for children through the Voice of Children initiative, where I have seen the power of this approach under the Feed One End Hunger program across 21 counties in Kenya. Recently, in Narok County, at Olmsakwa Comprehensive School, my team and I saw what happens when knowledge meets opportunity. Through our partners, the school received simple tools, yet powerful in the right hands. The students and teachers embraced these resources. They learned modern farming techniques, planting with care, and nurtured their crops with patience. Today, their school farm produces enough food not only to feed the students, but also to support the nearby Ogiek community. It is about teaching our children that a single seed can become a meal and even a source of income. Kofi Annan once said, knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. Today, as we inaugurate Katik, we give life to that solutions that reach every farmer. We will not keep innovation behind walls. We will put it that till the land and feed the nation. Graduates from this center will not just live with academic credentials. They will be solution-driven professionals with hands-on experience in emerging technology, business, and value chain development. They will see opportunities where others see obstacles, and they will turn those opportunities into lasting change. The center will showcase innovative, sustainable, and climate-smart gardening technologies. This will complement the Mamba Kitchen Garden program, which I launched in Baringo County. Today we are joined by 100 women from Nairobi who are here to learn and grow through Katik. Are those women here? Thank you. They represent the power of urban agriculture, turning balconies, rooftops, and backyards into green space of nourishment and income. Ladies and gentlemen, the government remains committed to fostering an enabling environment through supportive investment in infrastructure and facilitation of finance to encourage innovation and entrepreneurship in agriculture. But we cannot do this alone. We need continued support from our partners in the private sector. International collaborations. Your contributions, whether through capital, expertise, or mentorship, are essential in bringing the vision of Katik to life. To the students and researchers here today, Katik is your platform. Use it both to test your ideas, engage with industry, and build enterprises that will uplift our communities. As David agriculture is cool, and agriculture is the backbone of our economy. The future of agriculture is not just about seeds and soil. It is about solutions and sustainability. Finally, to the Kantaria family and the Elgon Kenya, asanteni sana very much. You have not only built a center, planted a legacy, a fruit for generations. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it is done. Let us live here today with one conviction. Kenya's agricultural transformation begins with us, right here, right now. Let us dream it. Let us build it. Let us grow it together. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki. Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, kindly remain on stage for a few undertakings. The rest of us, can we kindly take our seats? There is a gift by Elgon Kantaria. Present the gift so that it can be presented to Her Excellency. Thank you. As the Kantaria family gifting Her Excellency, a round of applause as Her Excellency receives this beautiful gift. We'll now head straight to the photo session. University Leadership and Management, kindly join Her Excellency on stage for the first photo. The CS and our two PSs kindly join Her Excellency as we take those photos. Asanteni. That is the University of Nairobi Leadership and Management.